Hi, thank you so much for clicking on my video. My name is Kristen and this is Lit Couture. Welcome! I decided to do the Booktube Newbie tag first, simply because I'll never be newer than I am right now. So the first question is, why did you want to start this channel? I read a lot of books, and none of my friends or family are that into books. I would rather read than watch Netflix or play games or go out. Yes, sadly, sorry, it's true. I just don't have anyone to talk to. My husband is the one who's stuck sitting there listening to me rant or cry occasionally. When something happens in a book, I will go running into his office and he gets to sit there and listen to me. And I don't think he really cares all that much, but he's a really good sport about it. But I would love to be able to actually talk to people who will care as I talk, hopefully, about what just happened to me and shattered my heart. And then I ask the author to usually do it again. It also just looks like so much fun. You get to talk about what you love and you get to make friends. The Booktube community just seems so warm and welcoming and lovely, and I'm just really excited to hopefully become a part of it. Question number 2 is, what are some fun and unique things that I can bring to Booktube? I've been toying with the idea of starting a YouTube channel for a really long time, but there are so many wonderful and amazing creators already. I was intimidated and I wasn't sure how to answer that question, quite frankly. And then one day I was coming home from an event and I was wearing this exact dress that you're seeing right now. And I was picking up the book I was reading at the time and I realized I matched it. And the thing I love most after books is fun twirly dresses, because if I have to be dressed, I am going to have fun with it. And they say dress for the job you want, and apparently the job I want is book character. Makes sense, right? So I thought, wouldn't it be so much fun if I started a channel where I tried to match at least one of the books I was discussing in each video. And yeah, this was the book that inspired it at the time, which I absolutely loved. 5 stars. Oh my gosh, can't wait for the 3rd one to come out next week. If you're watching this in real time, Things We Got Over by Lucy Score, it's a winner. If you love romance, small town romance, Grumpy Sunshine, if you haven't picked it up already, I'm sure you have. But me and the Daisies for Days look, as I'm lovingly referring to it now, really inspired me to consider it. And no, I didn't go out and buy a bunch of dresses. This really is just how I dress if I'm leaving the house for so much as a teeth bleeding. It just got in my head, kind of like a song that gets stuck in your head, and every book I looked at and every dress that I put on, I was like, gosh, this matches this. And if I end up pulling a Sound of Music slash Giselle from Enchanted and wearing curtains, won't that be fun for everyone? Because I can't sew, so it will be toga style. And newsflash, if you've ever done that and it didn't turn out right, it's because the fabric is supposed to be circle shaped. So don't feel bad if that didn't work out for you in college. It's not your fault. Other fun things, I am obsessed with decor for the seasons, and you better believe my wardrobe follows in suit. And I also participate in a lot of readathons, usually at least one a month, and I go hard. I'm finishing Aurelium now, and I had to do a double major because I couldn't choose, and I also had to complete all of the extra challenges this month, so I'm cramming in 5 books in the last 4 days of the month, and I don't even know what 2 of them are going to be, so yay me doing great. So it will probably be fun for you watching me do that. You will also see me do plenty of book hauls because I subscribe to a lot of, not just the typical book boxes, but some of the more, I won't say unusual ones, but ones you don't see all the time, like the Fabled book box from Australia is amazing. I got the Arcane book box because I am a fantasy holic. We're making that a word. And I just joined Probably Smut. No, I did not get their Fourth Wing edition. It's fine. I'm fine. I also am one of the ones who's sticking it out with Bookshbox, so you'll hear all about that too. What am I most excited about for this new channel? Well, obviously talking about books. You can probably tell already, I really like to talk. I hope I'm good at it. I hope I'm interesting. If I'm not, don't tell me. This is my first video. Be nice. Please. I'm also really excited to become a part of the community. I've been watching Booktube videos for years now, and I mean, it's weird. If you're watching this, you probably have been too, and it feels like you know the creators, doesn't it? Like, we don't. It's weird. It's probably a little creepy, but I'm so excited to make new friends and talk to people in the comments and maybe collab with some other new creators, old creators. I'm so excited. Maybe, oh my god, I could come up with my own readathon. I didn't even think of that till this moment. How much fun would that be? But I really do want to become a part of a community and make connections, and I also am just so excited to have a creative outlet and some sort of small space that is just mine, just my own little spot where I can create something that is just for me and just my thoughts. And I'm a mom, so just a place where it's all grown up, you know. You will not be asking me probably for juice boxes or animal crackers or to watch Peppa Pig with you. I can't say that for sure, but probably that won't be happening, and that's really nice. Why do I love reading? Reading is the only time that I am only doing one thing at a time. I am a multitasker. If I am being productive or doing something for fun, watching TV, I still will multitask and be on my iPad and doing other things at the same time. But reading, when I sit down after a few sentences, the whole world falls away, and it's just me, not just in a book, in another world. I get to be another character. I get to shed all the negative stuff from my day, my own anxiety and fears and everything, and just everything's gone for a little while, and I get to experience magic. That's what reading is. That's why I love it. Reading is the closest I think we can get to magic on this world, aside from, well, love. Okay, I'm gonna be that cheesy, yes. But it is truly the only way I can find an escape. So that's why I love it. 5. What book or series got you into reading? The first book I truly remember refusing to leave the house because I was reading it was Moon Bear, and my mother told me, fine, bring it in the car, Kristen. I think I was in first grade or something, and that's how we discovered I get car sick if I read in the car. Yeah, that still holds true, by the way, in case you were wondering. So this, I think it's even the second book in the sequel. A bear goes to the moon and tries to eat the moon with a spoon. I do remember reading and devouring all of those series as a kid where there were like 100 books. Sweet Valley Twins, I think I remember them most vividly, and Nancy Drew were probably my two favorites, I think. And then of course Harry Potter exploded and reading was cool for a little while, which was great. That was about the time my parents discovered that I could stay up reading for an entire night, like literally until the sun came up. Thank goodness those things usually came out in the summer, right? I continued reading always, but for a long time I kind of left the fantasy world. I was reading mostly like chick lit, it was called at the time, and I was kind of like losing my love for it. And then I found Kindle Unlimited, and we all know what happens on Kindle Unlimited when you look for romance. I found Ice Planet Barbarians when there was one book, and the second one was just about to come out. And I discovered the Why Choose Romances when they were brand new. It was still like, is this okay? So I was reading all of that for quite some time, and then I started struggling a lot with migraines, and the Kindle was not really doing a lot for me, and 2020 arrived and I found ACOTAR. Why is that everyone's answer? Because it's amazing. That's why I bow down to SJM. I really do. The rest is history. You can't see it, but there are bookshelves, and this is just the fantasy section. Is it a book buying problem if I don't want to solve it? I don't think so. Okay, moving on. Question number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Okay, G from Book Roast. Why isn't Aurelium a book? You wrote a book. That's what you did. You created a world. Books are worlds. You wrote a book. There's lore. There's characters. You have it. It's done. I mean, come on. We've got the new squishy little pets. It's a book. Why isn't it a book? Olivia reads a latte. Why is it that when you're talking about anxiety that I feel calmer? Explain that to me. Raven-haired reader, how is it you always find the best new undiscovered indie romantasy books right before I do? It's amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. If I could ask my favorite YouTubers anything, with my specific channel being what it is, I'm probably inviting people to look at my body as well as listen to the things that I am saying, simply by nature of the fact that I am pairing clothes and books, and I do not think I'm a model. I want to dress like a character in a book. I love clothes, and you know what? I paid my dues. I wore the low-rise jeans. We might have been in a scene with Sebastian singing Under the Sea with all the whale tales that were going on when I was in high school. Now I get to wear what I want to wear, and that's dresses. I am a twirly dress girly. I want to be able to dress up and read books and have fun with it, and if I get negative criticism, which I'm sure I will, I would ask how to not take it to heart, because right now I know I will. I know I will. Question number 7. What challenges do you think that starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Yes, I'm using a notebook. I'm old school. If you're seeing this, I've already overcome the hardest challenge. For me, the hardest challenge is going to be pushing the upload button and accepting that I think I have something to say. Second of all, you're looking at a girl whose first laptop went up in flames, and you're thinking, metaphorically? No, I lit it on fire with a lamp. A lamp. And the challenge of coming up with enough outfits to match books, my husband did the math. He's like, you know, you need like 108 outfits if you're gonna do 2 videos in a year. I don't think I own 108 dresses, so boy will this get fun. Question number 8 is, when did you start reading? I struggled with nightmares a lot as a child. I had a very active imagination. My mom would read me bedtime stories to lull me to sleep and hopefully give me something pleasant to dream about. And so she'd lay next to me at night and read me 5, 6, 7, 8 books. And one night she was reading me a book and she's going, and blah, 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 and she was making up words as she was literally physically falling asleep while reading to me. And I was going, Mom, those aren't the words in the book. She starts reading again and happens again. Mom, those are not the words in the book. And I started to correct her. And suddenly she's realizing, wait, you know how to read. This was before kindergarten, and in kindergarten, when it came time for parent-teacher conferences, my mom went in and my teacher sat my mom down and said, you know, Kristen's doing great, but I have to tell you, for most kids, by the end of kindergarten, we just want them to pick up a book. For Kristen, we are now having to set a timer in the reading center so that she will leave it and go play in the other centers. And when she is, she's great. She's great with the other kids. She has lots of fun. But wow, she really likes books. So that's when I started reading. Always a book nerd. Always. Question number 9 is, where do you read? This chair, if I move too much, which you'll notice I've been fairly stationary thus far, will squeak because this is a fake setup. It's semi-comfortable, but I'm afraid someday it will break because I got it off of Facebook Marketplace for 50 bucks, and while it's adorable and looks really cute sitting right here, it's also an actual antique. So we'll see how long it lasts. Usually, I read downstairs on my overstuffed sofa, and I will be buried beneath one 10-pound Yorkie, and one 30-pound dog who also thinks he's 10 pounds. He was a rescue who came to us from Texas, some sort of schnauzer-ish mix. I also come up to bed about 2 hours before I actually go to sleep and read because our mattress is really good. 10. What kinds of books do I like to read? I read pretty much everything except for things that give me nightmares. So if you're looking for a horror book channel, it's not going to be me. Talk to Haley Hughes and Gabby Reeds. They're amazing. Yeah. Nightmares, people. Sorry. And I can't do really, really hardcore science fiction because I don't think I'm smart enough for it, much to my husband's chagrin. And you will not see grim, dark fantasy because violence, and I cry at sad commercials. Other than that, I will read just about anything. Fantasy, romantasy. I can't read clean romance. Sorry. But anything on the 1 pepper to 5 peppers to 12 peppers. Bring it on. I will do mystery, thriller, magical realism. I will dabble in middle grade. I'm happy to read Regency romance. Give me a good bottle shipper. Absolutely. I really like to even read nonfiction. So I at least used to have sort of a seasonal schedule. I would read fantasy in winter. For some reason, historical fiction in spring, especially World War II stuff. Really weird. Summer was for romance, which feels self-explanatory. And we all know fall is for mysteries and thrillers. Now it's all like the readathons and challenges. And I watch YouTube so much that I sometimes just immediately have to go buy a book and read it. So my reading is all over the place, and I'm usually reading 7 books at once, and there's usually one crammed in the side of the couch and smushed and hidden in between the cushions that I'll find a month later. And you're gonna have a lot of fun watching me keep track of everything because I'm always reading so many different books at a time. Question number 11, what does your book collection look like? Right, we're gonna save that for another time because you will be here for another like hour otherwise. This is just part of my fantasy collection. I have elsewhere in this room middle grade over there, and Regency romance and dark academia and cozy mysteries, and over there is magical realism and light fantasy and inexplicably my Bridgerton collection. And in another room over there we've got mystery thrillers and romance and seasonal books and nonfiction, and then downstairs are the special editions. I am not just a book reader, I'm a book shopper, a book collector, and you will definitely see all of that on this channel. There will be plenty of book hauls to look forward to every single month because you know the scene with Scrooge McDuck? Did you ever watch him dive into the coins and swim with them? That's what I want to do with books. But anyway, I hope that you got a sense of who I am in this video. Very enthusiastic, really loving books, and I'm so glad to have met you. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I will be back very soon with another one, so please comment. I would love it if you tell me what you're reading, what your latest favorite read is, what you're looking forward to coming out in this fall. There are so many good ones coming out so soon. I'm so excited. Please like if I wasn't too much. And if you have inordinate amounts of faith in me after a single video, feel free to subscribe. That would be, well, you'd probably make my year. I hope I will see you again soon, and I will let you get back to your book. I hope it's a good one. Bye.